So we do have some breaking news in regards to the tariffs. So I'm going to say I told you so in regards to the tariff thing. President Trump isn't going to let a dead horse die. So the judge last night deemed his tariffs illegal. So now it's going to higher courts. What's happening? And that's what we have the breaking news on right now. So let's get over to CNBC to take this away. And then I'm going to show you market reactions, not only stocks, but bonds and interest rates right after this.
We are getting some breaking news out of Washington. Let's get back to Megan Casella at the White House. Megan.
Hey, Mike, some moving trade news here. On that ruling overnight on the Trump administration's tariffs, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit now saying that all of those tariffs that were found to be unlawful are able to stay in place, at least temporarily, while this case moves through appeals. So essentially, the administration's request for an emergency stay, meaning that the ruling would not yet take effect, that stay has now been temporarily granted while they give both sides more time to respond. Now, the court did set a June 5th deadline for the plaintiffs to then respond and for the administration to then respond again by June 9th. So in the coming weeks, we will see more movement on this. But what this means, Mike, is that in the meantime, it's status quo on the tariffs. Despite that ruling last night from the Court of International Trade, now the administration's request for an emergency stay or for some immediate relief has been granted. Trade negotiations can continue. Tariffs can continue to be collected as we see this case move further into appeals. Mike?
Okay.
So even more confusion to add to the rest of this mix. So let's get over to the headlines that we're seeing right now. So basically everything is on the Trump tariff situation right now, but the Federal Reserve does still play a role in all this, folks. So Federal Chairman Powell, he actually met with Trump today and finally said, okay, what you're doing is political, but what I'm going to do is I have to stay the course with what's good for the nation and the two mandates that the Federal Reserve was created for. One was full employment, and two was AKA inflation or high prices and things like that. So that's why the Federal Reserve was created. Okay, so other headline news we got right now is Costco just topped earnings estimates. Sales jumped 8%, but on the Gap side, the Gap right above my head, I don't know if you can see it, they're getting clobbered right now because they're saying tariffs are going to cost them over $100 to $150 million in those costs.